Dynamic Brothers.
Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Super Dynamic Bros. I am Michael Sarabona.
And I'm Isaiah Mauro.
And today is going to be the first episode of our brand new podcast called Surprise, That's Good. This is going to be our weekly show where we're going to try to highlight some of the more hidden gems that are in the movie industry, you know?
Yeah, some movies that you may have forgotten about or even some you never even heard of. But we're going to enlighten you on these.
Yeah, we really want to touch upon, just those movies that should be classics that not a lot of people have seen.
A lot of underrated hidden gem movies.
Yep, and today for our very first episode is going to be kind of our favorite, one of our favorite
action movies.
Demolition Man.
Yeah, starring Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes.
Yep, this movie came out in 1993, and it's about Sylvester Stallone is a hard-boiled cop.
Codenamed the Demolition Man because he just comes in and he destroys the place.
Comes in, shoots bad guys, blows shit up.
Yeah, he's a cop that he knows his job and he does it his way.
He's pretty much Rambo as a cop.
Yeah, Rambo was a cop and he could just do whatever he wants to do. That's him. Like Cobra.
He's pretty much Cobra.
Cobra.
And Wesley Snipes plays his arch nemesis, Simon Phoenix, and he's pretty much a terrorist. He's just he's like his Joker to his Batman.
Exactly. He's the guy that no one could really catch because he always has a plan for it, and he can always get out of the situation.
Yeah. So the beginning of the film takes place in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
In a very awful-looking Los Angeles, so they really didn't have much hope for their future.
No, it was smart though how they did it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it right after the big earthquake.
It was that the big earthquake.
So they used a lot of the scenes from it, like just so they don't have to like destroy places. They found a building they could destroy for the big explosion.
Yeah, true. And bad things happen. Sylvester Stallone catches Wesley Snipes. But they both get arrested, and they both are what's the word I'm looking for? Cryogenically frozen. And
which is the most expensive way to prison somebody.
Hey, it's not that effective according to this movie. So then the movie starts. The movie takes place after that in 2032. And we live in more of a more proper and clean society now.
Yeah, more of a politically correct society where you have to watch what you say. You can't really do this anymore. It's basically the whole 180 of the 90s. Basically how we live in now times 10.
Pretty much. Yeah, no one's allowed to curse. There's no smoking, no drinking.
No physically touching, not even sex.
No, sex is outlawed.
Kissing's outlawed.
Yeah, no physical touching of any kind. Yeah, not really a future that I would be looking forward to.
Which, that's what I love about that is, like, you could see, like, okay, like, the dramatic effect of what a politically correct society would look like. If something, like, had no boundaries and just go 100% PC.
Yeah. It's honestly what society would become if we decided that hey, we need to pretty much ban or outlaw anything that we feel like...
This offends me, I don't like this, let's not do that.
And, from 2018 standards, it's looked like most people are trying to head to that direction anyway, so...
Exactly.
Things will not be looking up.
So throughout the movie, okay, so they unfreeze them.
They unfreeze Wesley Snipes first. Nobody knows why. He gets unfrozen, he escapes a cryo prison, kills a couple of people, and now they're like, our police force can't deal with them.
No, we're not trained for that because we're just trained to stop litter bugs, basically.
Yeah, pretty much people from
graffiti art and
all that. That's the biggest crime in the movie is graffiti art. So they were like, we need a cop from the past who has taken down Simon Phoenix before. And therefore, Sylvester Stallone gets unfrozen, and it pretty much becomes a clash of the titans between them two throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And
basically like two 90s cops and bad guy go at it in a non-action packed world.
And this is a genre that I really miss. Like, the 90s did that a lot, where they would pit two action stars, one against each other in a movie. Like, like Face Off,
Yeah.
Universal Soldiers, Point Break. Like, they don't really do this style of movie anymore now.
No, a lot of it's either a big group or a solo. Which you're right, I kind of miss that too. And especially how this movie is basically like a parody, you could say, of other action movies of that time or in the 80s, where they just kind of like go all out with that, but still make fun of it here and there, like with the puns, jokes.
Yeah, and at one point, because Sandra Bullock's also in this movie, her entire office is just of like 90s nostalgia.
Yeah, like typical, like especially around that time, like you would have think like, oh, this is just typical 90s Hot Topic stuff. Yeah.
She has a Lethal Weapon 3 poster in the background.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
She has those spring snakes that will pop out.
I remember those.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, everyone. This whole movie is a smart parody of 90s and 80s action movies.
But it still has a story, action pack behind it. So it's not full just jokey comedy. Like, it has its moments. It has serious parts.
No, and also, like, I think it's... Honestly, Stallone gives a great performance in here.
Yeah.
But the real highlight is Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. That's honestly my favorite character of this movie.
This is one of his really first kind of, like, big starring roles.
With the other movies he had...
like, before 93 was, White Man Can't Jump?
White Man Can't Jump. He did that football one.
Oh, football one.
Also with Woody Harrelson in it.
I remember they did Money Train together.
They did Money Train together too.
Money Train. He was in Major League.
But yeah, like you said, this is one of his big. Just at least get his foot in the door, make him a household name. Like, oh, Wesley Snipes. I like him.
Yeah, because then after this, he had like Passenger 57. Then he had like Blade, and a bunch of like other like what was the Murder at 1600?
Yeah.
Was that him? That's him, right?
Let's not be racist about it, but yeah.
No.
Just in case we picked the wrong black guy in that movie.
No, it was him, because I was thinking, like, what was that Samuel Jackson movie called? No, it was 187.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. I wasn't being racist. But no, a little fun fact about this movie. Do you know who the original two people that were going to be cast in the two lead roles were?
Yeah, from what I heard, from what I can remember too, it was originally Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude.
I think that would have been a completely different movie.
Oh, the tone of it would have been off. Like, the chemistry like those two had together in that movie was perfect.
You know those fight scenes would have been real fight scenes, right? Because they hated each other in real life.
Oh, yeah. So they probably would have punched each other really good.
They would have actually fought.
And the problem is, nobody wanted to be the bad guy.
Yeah, Jackie Chan got offered the role for Simon Phoenix, and he turned that down too, because he did not want to play the bad guy.
Oh my, I would rather be a bad guy in a movie.
Dude, playing a bad guy sounds like so much more fun than playing the hero.
I feel like I could do a lot more with the character to be a bad guy.
Yeah, one time I played a bad guy in an old high school play, and that was the most fun I've ever had.
Damn, I played the hero in my high school plays.
I'm so sorry, dude.
It had fun, though.
You know what my teacher told me?
What's that?
She said that she saw me as more of a character actor, and that I would be more good as a bad guy.
You know what? I'm hero.
I think she pretty much said, hey, you're not going to be a leading man.
I'm sorry, you don't have the job to be a hero, man.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Fuck you, bitch.
Back to the Demolition Man.
Yeah. So, during this show, we will be breaking down into different segments about this movie.
Yeah.
And our first segment is going to be our favorite moment of the movie. What was that one moment where you're like, you know what? I'm invested in this movie. This movie is awesome. I love it.
My favorite moment of this movie will be the first time the cops came up against Wesley Snipes.
I love that moment.
Because you're looking at, and they don't know what to do. They're on here like this little watch that tells them, gives the cops like ideas of what to do.
The criminal is antagonizing in such a tone.
What should I do? Tell the person
to lie down with their hands behind their back.
And so they're just over there trying to go with what it tells them. It's like, Simon Phoenix, lay down on the ground with your hands behind your back. The suspect's not listening to me. What should I do? With a formal voice, tell him, or else.
Simon Phoenix, lie down with your hands behind your back. or else. And then he turns around and he's like, ooh, he kicks the living shit out of all of them.
He basically kills everybody. And then that's when they realize, like, okay, we cannot do this. We just had 5 deaths in less than an hour. It's the most we had in 30 years. What do we do?
Murder, death, kill. Murder.
So what is your favorite
My
scene?
favorite moment is... Because that was a great moment, and that was going to be mine. But then I remembered the first fight, the first shootout between Stallone and Snipes in the museum.
That was my first. That was the one I was constipated about.
When Snipes literally blows out the door,
Mm-hmm.
and just like, oh, I'm a blast from the past. Like, you should have stayed there. I was like, who the fuck is that? And that whole scene is awesome. I love movies with great shootout choreography.
Now when they fell through the hole, and then they were just throwing back cheesy one-liners for each other, it was so hilarious.
Hey, you're on TV. He throws a TV at him, and that's awesome.
And they're over there fighting like in this little junkyard museum, like display.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like the earthquake of '92.
Yeah, so basically what Detroit looked like, and then they're just over there fighting, throwing.
I was seeing the Detroit right now then.
Yeah, basically. So they're hiding, like, it was like the perfect layout to them to fight. Like, they made that scene so perfectly to fight in. So they had like the junkyards, they had the convenience store to hide behind.
And you know what I love about that scene? It has some of the weirdest music cues I think I've ever seen in a fight scene. Because there's one moment where Stallone is just walking like cautiously, and you see Wesley Snipes behind like a desk. He's about to shoot him, and it's just a weird like '90s hip hop music starts playing. Down to down 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 down. Like it just comes out of nowhere.
But it flows so perfectly with this movie.
No, I love it though.
Like everything was just perfectly right. Like
to be honest, this is a weird movie. In some parts, it's a weird movie.
Taco Bell won the food chain wars.
Oh my god! When he first says, "You can join me at Taco Bell,"
and then us, the audience, and Stallone were confused.
I'm like,
shit,
what?
like, why Taco Bell?
All right, let's get one thing straight. You know who's gonna win the franchise wars? Okay, it's the one freaking restaurant you pass by every 2 blocks. McDonald's is winning the franchise war.
As of right now, yeah.
As
But
of
in
right
the
now.
'90s, yeah, Taco Bell won.
Taco Bell won the franchise war. All right, so our next segment is going to be our favorite line.
My favorite line of the movie, which had to do with your scene,
Oh, you're about to take it.
was when a museum, basically you could say worker or guard, employee comes up to Wesley Snipes, sees him banging
You're not taking mine. Okay.
See him banging on the glass of the weapons museum so you can grab a gun. He comes up to him so calmly, nicely, like, "Greetings, sir. What seems to be your boggle?"
Hello, greetings, sir. What seems to be your
So
boggle?
Wesley Snipes ends up looking at him with a confused face, like, "What? My boggle? Huh? How much do you weigh?"
Oh, I weigh approximately 132.
Grabs him, spins him, and throws him into the glass cage.
Oh my god. First of all, I have no idea what the word boggle means.
I-
Other than
I-
the game boggle.
I had to look it up after that.
Hello, greetings, sir. What seems to be your
I
boggle?
was like, "Oh, boggle means trouble. I get it now."
See, now I just learned something. Oh, so that's why the game's called boggle.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Well, the last time I played boggle was probably when I was 5, so.
Yeah. No, I had to look it up too. I was like, what does boggle mean?
Oh,
But it makes sense now. Trouble.
So, my favorite line is actually from your scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's when, after when Wesley Snipes taking out all the guys, the camera goes to Rob Schneider. It's a great Rob Schneider line. He goes, "We're police officers. We're not to handle this type of violence." Like, oh my god.
And then, yes, that's perfectly what that world is.
It establishes that world in so many ways.
Like, it makes sense. When I'm training, yeah, they're not going to train them for hand violence and stuff, because it's basically they're living...
In this world, they don't need to. They've
No.
never faced a criminal like this.
It's a perfect society. That's why they were confused. What was the time? 137?
Oh, 187.
187. What is the
So-
187?
Murder, death, kill.
But yes, I totally agree with you there. That perfectly sums up their world.
It sums up the entire world. And just the whole, and everything where whenever Stallone curses, the boo-doo, John Spot, you have one violation against the verbal.
They don't even have paper towel, toilet paper no more because it's outlawed.
Yeah, you have to use the 3 seashells.
And to this day, I still don't know what the 3 seashells is, but I love it.
I don't, I don't want to know because that's the biggest mystery of that movie.
Right, and to
And
this day, people still ask, how do you use the 3 seashells? I don't know.
I don't know. I think you scoop one part and use the other 3. I don't know. You clamp it. I don't know.
Do you flush it afterwards, or do you just leave it there? Do you wash it? I don't know.
That's a good question that they add that they I feel like they'll never answer.
Why is their DVDs end up being like GameCube games? I don't know.
I don't know. I wish I want to explore that world even more. All right. So another next segment is going to be our favorite character, and this can be any character in the movie.
Obviously, my favorite character would have to be Wesley Snipes. I felt like he
Wesley
went
Snipes.
all out with that character. He went truly insane with this character. Had one of the best lines in those movies. Had the best character up.
For me, he's somewhere in my top 10 favorite villains of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Like he did his job in the beginning. He successfully won, and this one he basically ran the show up until like the end.
Yeah. He's the star of the movie.
Yeah,
I love him.
What's yours?
Since you took Wesley Snipes, I'm not gonna take Wesley Snipes. So I'm gonna say, what was Sandra Bullock's name in the movie?
The Power of Google.
Hang on, I'm looking this up.
That's how much you say. You remember Simon Phoenix, as they say throughout the movie.
Yeah, she's my favorite. Huxley, that's it.
Huxley. Linda Huxley.
I'm a huge Sandra Bullock fan. And this is
like her, I don't want to say prime, but this was her beginning.
This was before Speed.
Yeah.
Which Speed was the one that launched her.
But she was gorgeous.
I love Sandra Bullock.
She was witty and charming, and
she was a badass.
She was awesome. But no, she was definitely.
And another great line that she has. Oh my God! It goes like when after Stallone beats up one guy, she's like, "Oh, you really licked his ass." No, it's kicked his ass. Kicked his ass.
Like she kept messing up all the puns. Like you really beat his meat.
You really beat his meat. You really licked his ass. It's kicked his ass. And I just love her because she's like the pure and innocent part of this movie.
Yeah, she's just so in love with the 90s, and she wanted to grow up there.
Yeah. That's why I love Sandra Bullock in this movie.
I love Sandra Bullock in this one.
I just love Sandra Bullock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's still awesome to this day. I mean, she looks good to this day, too.
Oh, of course. Oh, my God.
She doesn't age. She's one of those that don't really age.
Yeah. I'm so excited for it with Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
With her in it.
I'm only really excited because of her, but yeah. I'll watch it because of her.
When's the last time Sandra Bullock had a movie, actually?
Heat or Gravity?
Oh, fuck, yeah, I forgot about those.
It was one of the two. I don't remember which one came out first. I saw Gravity because of her. Actually, mostly because of George Clooney. Then I kind of stayed for her.
Yeah, I saw it for them, too. Yeah. I saw Heat because of her, though.
Yeah,
because I actually really like Miss Congeniality, and it felt like that. Yeah, I'll admit that right now. I did like Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I love it. I even watched part 2.
Armed and Fabulous?
Armed and Fabulous.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, with Regina King in it too, in it.
She was in it.
She was. She played the other cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Benjamin Bratt was in. Yeah, he wasn't in the second one.
No, because I think Catwoman was around the same time.
Yeah, correct.
So that's a bad decision on his part.
I like him in this movie too.
He is in this movie.
Yeah, young Benjamin Bratt.
He should have been a bigger thing.
I like him.
I do too. I got really excited when he pops in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and I didn't even know he was in it until I saw the movie. I was like, oh, that's Benjamin Bratt. I dig him.
Yeah.
I like him. So, if you had to make a sequel to this movie, what would it be?
Okay, so Simon Phoenix is dead,
so
I can't use him anymore.
Correct.
Alright, so instead of, because in this movie, Stallone goes to the future, I want the sequel to be Stallone going to the past. And no, not 1996, I want him going to the Old West.
So Back to the Future 3?
Back to the Future 3, And hear me out, okay? This movie needs a villain, right?
Correct.
Needs a villain. Sylvester Stallone
Uh-huh.
versus Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Wild Wild West. Boom.
Wow.
We'll call it Demolition West.
I was gonna do like a nice one with him trying to like seeing his daughter and stuff. But then again, it wouldn't be action. It would just kind of be like a heartfelt, maybe an action, because maybe she could be a villain.
So you want his daughter coming back and her being a villain?
Kind of. Maybe
Okay.
she was like a scrapper, but like in another city. I know she's basically just like Simon Phoenix, but in her area.
So she's not dead.
No, she's alive. I think she was alive in the movie too, because Sandra Bullock was gonna look her up.
I
And
thought
he's
she died.
No, she was alive.
His wife died.
His wife died in the
What?
earthquake. The daughter,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah,
was
okay.
alive. Actually, deleted scene showed that his daughter was one of the scrappers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But because it was a deleted scene, it doesn't count. I'm making her the villain in like another part of the. Because all we know is L.A. That's all we ever saw.
That's true. We never
never really
go
see
to
it.
New York, Florida, nothing
Exactly.
like
So
that.
I say explore this world a little more. Maybe the PC world will kind of expanded more up until like maybe a certain part, then everything else is scrapper land, like Mad Max style.
I was gonna say like, okay, so like if they're in, because they're in LA,
Yeah.
go to the other side, it's like completely war torn.
Yeah.
It's like Escape from New York style.
Escape from New York mixed with Mad Max
Max.
Thunderdome.
Okay. I
And
like that,
his daughter is the Simon Phoenix of that era. So she's the drug dealing bad girl of this one.
All right, if you're making that movie now, who would you cast?
As of now?
As of like now.
As of now. How old would she be? Because if you're doing it now, that means Sylvester Stallone would have been a little older if he's doing now. And I don't know what was the time frame of that one.
You know what? That's good. Okay, so instead of now,
Okay.
let's say so let's say you're
If
saying
this
your
movie
movie
did-
like 3 years after.
So basically,
That was
the movie came out in 96.
And if she was like 8, it's like 30 years later.
So she would have been like 40. Oh, damn, now she's 40, 50. Yeah, this is confusing. This is hard.
I shouldn't have asked this question.
Yeah. Charlize Theron. Give me her, like, now.
There you go, Charlize Theron.
If this movie came out now.
The movie came out now, Charlize Theron. Maybe she got frozen, and then she got released again.
Maybe
There
she
you
did
go.
get frozen. I dig it.
There you go, Charlize Theron. Alright, guys. Well, that is it for our first episode of Surprise, That's Good. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Remember, subscribe to the Super Dynamic Bros channel.
Correct.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMC622. Isaiah, do you have any social media you want to plug?
You could send a Raven. I'll have social media. You could do a ship in a bottle. I'll find it somewhere in the beach.
Alright, good talk.
Great talk. Call me on my house phone.
Alright, and also follow us on Instagram at Super Dynamic Bros to always get updated on any videos that we will be posting. Alright, guys, and thank you all for joining us today. Subscribe. What?
Don't subscribe. I'll
That's
catch you
true.
later. I'm going to catch you later, guys.
He's literally gonna find you later.
I just said to follow us on there. You're basically going to subscribe too.
Okay, bye.